In today's episode, we are highlighting sales techniques, value selling, and cross-selling. These are some of our most downloaded episodes and tips from last year. With that being said, let's start the show. Are you a sales producer that constantly struggles with hitting your P&C goals every month? Are you tired of every single conversation you have with a new client always coming back to price? And if you don't save them money, you don't close them? That's exactly why we created the 0 to 6 figure insurance producer course, to help you understand exactly how to have a conversation with a customer that guides them away from price, allowing you to actually help them out. We're going to teach you how to have that elevator pitch, how to get them interested in initially even having a conversation with you, how to build rapport and find commonalities, how to have a discovery conversation where you guide them away from price and actually figure out their problems, and then how to propose your presentation of always giving them more policies, more coverage, and educating them. And finally, how to confidently and professionally ask for the sell a minimum of 3 times in every single conversation, overcoming those most common objections that you're facing every single day. So if you're tired of struggling, if you want to be confident in what you do every single day, if you want to feel like you're actually making a difference and you're just not closing people because of price, this course is for you. Make sure you click the link below, check out the show notes. Other than that, let's get back to the show.
So it is a loose term. So it's not about the hours you put in. It's about what gets done in those hours. A normal day for me is, first things first, you wake up and chug water. Got to chug water in the morning. I don't stare at my phone right away. You got to give your brain some time to turn on. But the mornings aren't the busiest. Like I don't work from home. I have to be in my office. So I actually turn on the work when I get to work. And with insurance, there's not a ton you have to do once you've built a team that's really good and they're performing well and they have management within the system. So my main role is, aside from sending emails to the proper people as they come in, here's a customer needing this, a vendor needing that, I get that to my managers who handle it. Then I mostly focus on the marketing aspect of the business. That's my primary role at the agency. Is I got to make sure that the leads we have are working, return the leads that aren't working, figure out how to get a better vendor or tweak the filters we're getting from a vendor. There's a lot of work that goes into the mail that we send out. So I send a ton of mail out, 75,000 pieces on average a month. And there's a lot of software cleaning that has to get done. So that sometimes takes 3 or 4 days just alone in a month. But honestly, by about 11 a.m. or noon, the insurance part of my day, it's mostly done. You just handle all the stuff that came in from overnight. And I just heavily rely on my staff to handle the day-to-day.
Okay, so let's dive into staff. So how many producers do you have to produce 627 policies in a single month?
We have 12 producers and then a staff of 5 service people, also a telemarketer. Not all producers are super studs. We do have quite a bit, like 4 or 5 that sell between 65 or 70 items a month, up to 100, 120 in some cases. So you do have those super A players. And then the rest average about 40 or so policies, items a month. So the mix of those get you, we've all this year, every single month this year, we've done between like 525 to 625 items a month.
What's separating your top 5 from the other, 7 or 8 producers? Like what do you see? What's one characteristic you see that stands out with those top 5 producers that are A players?
If I really had to pick one characteristic, they ask for the sale, just more. The minute they get an inch of interest, of space, they're like, okay, let's do it. Let's get started now. They're just like accustomed to asking for the sale 6, 7 times until the guys are like, okay, fine, let's do it.
I'm so excited to announce that my book, Game Changer, Taking Your Insurance Agency to the Next Level, is now officially on Amazon, baby. So you can have your physical copy, you can purchase it on Audible. I recommend both the physical copy and Audible. And Audible, I do a chapter recap on each chapter where I talk 5 to 10 minutes, even more in depth about what I was doing. And the feedback has already been amazing. Game Changer is the #8 business insurance book on Amazon and in the country. Make sure if you have not checked it out, you check it out. Click the link below, get your copy today. With that being said, let's get back to the show.
So someone does a bundle and they sell it. Office-wide chat goes out. Logan just sold a bundle. Hashtag bundle bandits. I go out there and high five them. We mark it on the board. The sales manager comes over and shakes them. It's a whole thing. It's like actual intentionality. It's work. It's effort around it. And so he gets pumped up, and the other people see what the praise he's getting, so they start to work on it. So it's the explanation of why. It's the dedicated targets. It's the training so they're equipped with the tools to actually do it. And I think it's the celebration to create the behavior.
Yeah, we call these BFD moments, baby.
BFD, make everything a BFD, a big
effing deal.
Yes.
All right, let's go. No matter how little or how big, it's a big, but that's what you're doing. The dopamine hits. You're instantly, we live in such a instant gratification world that the sales producers, they do something right, they make a change, they do something that's not normal, and you're like, let's go, like celebrate. I mean, is that fair?
That's absolutely accurate. And I think the other team members see what's being celebrated, right? And they kind of want a piece of that because these are, everyone's a hard worker. When they're good producers, they're working hard. They want to get commission. They want to get recognition. They want all those things. If your coworker's getting high-fived and jumped around the room and celebrated and everyone's screaming to hand him a Bundle Bandits t-shirt, it's got his face with a raccoon. It's like, oh, what the heck? I want in on that. Yes, we create it, but that's how we do it. It's like set the target. I think a big piece, though, is giving them the tools, because I've seen so many agency owners be like, hey, we need to bundle more. So, y'all start bundling more. No one knows how. No one knows what to do. So the target followed by the training, so they actually have the tools. There's nothing they should hear on the phone that should be an objection they don't know how to handle in relation to that. But then we create the habit through the celebration, through the dopamine, through the having fun portion.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What gets rewarded gets repeated.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to back up a little bit because you're talking about a clear target. So I guess my question is, okay, I understand I need training and I understand that I need to be prepared to handle objections and to celebrate my team, but there's so many things to focus on. How do you pick just one? And then when all of these other things are coming up in your day, how do you keep them focused on this is what we're looking at? Is the bundle part, not everything else. Did you do that, or were you still talking about other things?
There's always a million things you need to be doing. Prioritization matters. Also, what I've seen is a lot of times, most of the year, there's not a million things. Most of the year, things are pretty decent. And so people do absolutely nothing to get better. And then things get bad, and they're like, oh my God, I need to do 25 things, and there's no time for all of them. It's like, yeah, but for 6 months, things have been stable, and you weren't even bothering to train. So, of course, they need to get better at everything now. So at any point, especially when things are going well, my team will tell you, I probably sound mildly paranoid to my managers. When things are going well, I'm uncomfortable, because I'm like, what do we need to be doing to improve?